Broadcast. Last time didn't work that well, but we're gonna try again. I got some lights going on. Saturday Night Live. Wake movement out here doing the most with it. We're gonna read an intro to my book that I've gotta write. Gotta do it. Let's go. This is Discovery Zone. I love that. It's a girl. All right. Thank you for being here tonight. It is the 6th of It doesn't say that I'm streaming. If anybody's out there, can you let me know if this is streaming or not? Son of a bitch. Yeah, I got one person watching. That might be me. Thank you for being here tonight. There we are. It is okay, so it looks like hopefully I'll be able to see some comments. Make sure to get involved. You know, just out here trying to do it the best I can. So this is the intro. I have been supposed to start this book. I've started this book 1,000 times, at least 30 times. And I was going to restart it, thinking it'll be a better intro, and then just wind up writing the same exact thing every time. But I'm going to stick to it. We're going to do it. And here is what I have so far. Let me speak in a good octave. The religious myths that a great number of our world's population believe in are not literal, but rather allegorical. The royal and wealthy, or educated and or initiated, know or knew the esoteric hidden meanings of these religions, yet maintain that the masses believe in a literal version of the stories in order to control them. First, we will show astral myth within religious myth and practice. I'll have to use a different word than myth again so quickly. A focus will be held on Abrahamic faiths, mainly being Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, and also Masonry. Next, we will take a historically critical approach to how these religions were created, by whom, and to what purpose. Finally, we propose a solution to the problems of religion. Namely, religion promoting superiority racially or religiously has and continues to hinder humanity's peaceful existence. When we awaken to the fact that these religious characters are not historical, i.e. Moses, Jesus, but rather allegorical, a universal religious exclusivity can cease. Not seize. Ceased, I believe it's C-I-S-T. Ceased. Ceased and desist. Seize. And cease. Like cease to exist. Nature worship is what academics use to refer to the religious practice of the ancestors, the more primitive folk. We often forget that the sun, the moon, planets, and the stars too make up this worldview. The energies of these objects or perhaps not as objectified, and separated from as we are today. These energies, when discussed or detailed, were done so in a more subjective, personable way, being personified. The worship or respect and relation our ancestors had to the elements has been removed and replaced with fictional historical characters. Fictional. In doing so, we have separated from our connection to the aforementioned elements and have casted them off, degraded them. Our very human makeup. Self-sabotage on a mass level. So, we will start by showing how these religious stories are myth. These characters are built upon astronomical phenomena, such as the movements of our planets, the sun and the moon, the elements of fire, earth, air, and water, how the Abrahamic faith took stories from other traditions labeled as pagan and grafted it on to their storyline. They found themselves in Roman-occupied Judea, where Christianity was used as an insurrectionist movement to take the seats. Thank you, Levi. You're smart. Anthropomorphic. Yep. Have you ever listened to Jordan Maxwell discuss astrotheology? Yes. Jordan Maxwell recently passed away. He has one thing that he really opened me up to was the language they use for the money system. And it's related to, I think, the law, naval admiralty language and law. So it always has to do with cash flow, the ocean, banks, a river bank, deposits, river deposits. I just thought of that on my own. Yeah, but there's lots of that going on. And then also relating to the birth of a human into this system, as they're given a number and they're numbered. That was all very interesting, and I do really they get us locked up with these symbolism. He was good on symbolism. Another one is Santos Bonacci. I know and I don't agree with Jordan Maxwell on everything. I don't agree with anybody pretty much on everything. And so, with Adam Green, I agree with him on most stuff. But then I believe that we do have a spiritual soul. Oh, her water breaks. Yeah. We have a doctor. This isn't really related to water so much, but to you doctor something is you manipulate it. This picture was doctored. This article was doctored. And then they just practice. Their practice. When are they actually going to do stuff for real? When's game time for the doctor? Although I am much grateful for whoever was the nurse who recorded my birth time. Oh, a dock. You're on a dock. Sitting on the dock of the bay, watching the time roll away. This is kind of not related that much, but did you know it's against the law to collect rainwater? What the fuck? Why is that? Let's look it up. Is it illegal to collect Rainwater. That'd be so fucked up. Levi, how's the stream coming through? Oh, shit. In Florida, there are no rainwater harvesting restrictions, and it's highly encouraged by the state. Oh, you get tax incentives. Thank you, DeSantis. When he's not groveling and kissing the wall in Israel, he spends some time here in Florida. But there are some states where it is illegal to collect rainwater. At the World Population Review website. Oh, so it looks like lots of them it is. Thank God. Where? Well, there are some places that there are restrictions. And that's just crazy. Well, where? So far, are these all the states? It's legal with some regulations. I built a man cave in my backyard. And you're supposed to get a permit to do that. You can't even build your own shed. Yeah, if they... Soon they are going to tax us to frickin' just breathe air. You know, we have an astrological event. I know I share... This isn't a place for astrology. But we have Uranus. Came together with the planet Mars, which is action. Uranus, as I studied the dropping of the atom bomb, which we celebrate an anniversary of today, of Hiroshima. We don't celebrate. Can't believe we're somehow the moral high ground in the of democracy. We're the one who dropped a fucking atom bomb and a nitrogen bomb. Although there's some theories I heard that they don't even believe in nuclear weapons. I mean, I believe in questioning everything, so who knows? I saw another video that this Beirut bombing. Remember that explosion in Beirut? That too happened a year ago from like today. So whenever Uranus is triggered, that planet plays a big spot. It was on the 4th of August, so 2 days ago. At 11 a.m. They loved that 2020. Part of Beirut's giant silos collapses 2 years after blast. I'll just have to take their word for it. That looks reminiscent. That explosion was cray. Let's look it up. And they said it was like a fireworks factory. They had some stored up chemicals there. Turns out that they had just a fraction of that. It was legit. Probably done by the biggest antagonist out there. So there's going to be an explanation on it's totally bullshit. Let's check it out.
Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Yes. Disturbing as shit. Oh my god. Tell me that was just a normal bomb and not an atom bomb. Damn, Danny.
Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Look at this shit. Not a normal bomb. Hold on a second. What is Levi's? Thanks for being the co-host on this, Levi. Beirut Granary. They said it was ammonium nitrate, but I think Israel nuked them with the small one. It had a ridiculous shockwave. Yeah, totally, bro. Why is this our greatest ally so shitty? Look at that. Whoa. That is not... I heard ammonium nitrate isn't even that, like, explosive. Like, it needs to be charged. Fuck. This was a good angle.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
Imagine seeing that. Has anybody ever had a dream of a nuclear freaking explosion happening? I've had a dream of like a big tidal wave coming in before, more than once. I had a dream one time a propane tank blew up in my face, and I still remember that so clearly today. And it was just a dream. Just a dream. We'll never know what the fuck happened. Let's go into some of the... one thing I want to talk about is how the 9/11 mastermind next to Bin Laden was taken out by Biden. Biden and Bin Laden are very similar. From the White House. Let's see what NPR. Oh, there's a video. Well, it's always fun to go to videos. Okay, so there's the atomic bomb, which is uranium and plutonium. Uranus and Pluto. Why do they use...
The United States has killed Imam.
So when I looked into the chart of the dropping of those bombs, I was expecting to see Pluto prominent, and it was Uranus who was so prominent. And then as this conjunction between Mars and Uranus just happened, nuclear war feared from China. TheGuardian.com. Risk of nuclear war from cutting off China has upped nuke production. Oh, that's a little bit later. This is giving them their Gog and Magog war that they've been pushing for. And then China and Russia get together, wipe out the rest of Europe and America. And who remains? The prophecy is self-fulfilled that the nation shall be ruled from greater Yisrael, from the Tigris to the Euphrates. And each and every news outlet, CNN, Fox News, they all almost salivate over the potentials for a World War III, for a nuclear fucking war. These sycophants and the people, it's just fear-mongering tactics. If it bleeds, it leads. So here's Al-Qaeda's al-Zawahiri killed. Well, here's al-Zawahiri dies from lung or kidney health problem. $5 years ago. Bin Laden was the face of Al Qaeda, but Ayman al-Zawahiri was its hate-filled heart. Oh, Osama bin Laden said he didn't even do it. You think he would have claimed it? One of the last times Zawahiri was on center stage was blah 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 blah. Okay. The mastermind. You know who's the mastermind behind it? Not this freaking guy. Sorry. Anyways, so since September 11th, 2001, it took 20 years to actually find this guy living in the capital. It was a total political stunt. Russell Brand did a video on it recently. Bin Laden, we don't have any evidence that we actually killed him. He was living downtown Kabul. What it was is perhaps he was already dead. It was just a total. Biden's rates are shitty. Yeah, apocalyptic Christians. That's why I think we just need to really take down the Abrahamic faiths, no matter how people react. A drone strike. Do you know how many people die from? We think it's a clean way to kill people, but it's a good way that we just kill children and innocents. Anyways, there was a report that this guy al-Zawahiri was already dead. And in newspaper articles that he died from some type of health condition. So they bring up the pain of September 11th to instill that into you and fear. Really sick fucks. Let's see what's going on over at CNN. How the climate bill could save you money. Never. Never. They're using this whole climate thing to totally oppress us more. Look at where's the place where they took over the... I've been studying so much other stuff right now that my head is full. But they took over the president or the leader, and they took over his place and took over the pool because they couldn't eat because their fertilizer wasn't environmentally safe enough. Just die. Yeah, I don't think we should kill people in order to save the ozone. Whatever happened to that? The fucking ozone. Top Russian hypersonic missile scientist arrested on treason charge. Whoa. God, I can't believe that basketball player got 8 years. But then I saw somebody who was serving a life sentence for an ounce of marijuana. Got denied an early release. Do we have global warming? Are humans a part of it? Humans are doing a good job of just raping this planet. And you know who's the biggest absolute destroyer of it? The big fucking companies. In Ohio or Michigan, There's a river, a lake, that was so heavily polluted by the Rockefellers, who, again, have ties into our favorite ally, that you can't even light a fucking like, it just spontaneously combusts into fire sometimes. We are getting ready to enter into Virgo season, which is around the time before the new year, the ecclesiastical new year. For the You'll find a lot of dark sacrificial type human sacrifice stuff happen around that time. Well, not so much popping on CNN. Desperate Yemeni families are watching their children die. Yeah, you know why? Because we just did a multi-billion-dollar arms deal with Saudi Arabia, who is the people mainly in charge of killing these people. And Biden said that he would not do any dealings with the Saudis, that he would treat them like the country it is. And he just went over there and he fist bumping, and but he didn't go to the wall when he was in Israel, so he hates Israel. P.S. When he was there, he said that he's a proud Zionist. Children among the victims of Gaza escalation as Israel clashes with Islamic Jihad for second day. No. Children, here's how this should read. Children killed in Gaza by Israeli forces. And this is how they try to paint it. Pieces of shit. Children among the victims. Yeah, were they Israeli children? No, I bet they weren't. An Israeli airstrike in Gaza City on Friday. Oh, what's the jihadists? Islamic jihadists. That word just scares the shit out of it, doesn't it? Because it reminds us of September 11th. So after we kill one of the head people behind the mastermind, it's brilliant, man. They're so evil. The same thing happened with Robert Kennedy. I just came across that today. They said this is the seed that planted the Islamic terrorists for the 9/11. Who killed Robert Kennedy? And this guy was totally brain fucked. He was in like a trance. He doesn't remember. He was, I think, totally like Operation, some CIA LSD thing. Sirhan Sirhan. This is what it looks like. Actually, Palestinian convicted murderer. He was actually a Christian Palestinian. Okay. Sirhan was a Palestinian who held strong anti-Zionist and pro-Palestinian beliefs. He testified that he killed Kennedy with 20 years of malice aforethought. He's still... Kennedy's assassination has led to several conspiracy theories. What? We're not taking the actual story as being given to us? No credible evidence has emerged that Sirhan was not the shooter, or that he did not act alone. Really? Let's go to the it's always nice to see the conspiracy theories that are totally Rational. Let's see what they give to us. Okay. Make this bigger so we can all read it. CIA involvement hypotheses. In November 2006, the BBC's Newsnight program. All right, before I read this, I'm going to play a song. We're taking a commercial break because I need to go get some more wine. Hang in there. Thanks for hanging in. Fucking 13 rounds fired, and the guy's gun could only hold 8. Thank you, Levi. Total scapegoat and a total way to vilify Palestinians. And then his brother, John F. Kennedy, was interested in investigating Israel's nuclear program, weapons program. He didn't last that long after that. Look at our major events. Did you know that? I don't want to say this. There's a common thread, but there seems to be. Abraham Lincoln. What, he was in charge of the president at the time of the Civil War, right? Bette Midler teaches us this. Anyways, it's a thing. The Jewish claim that Abraham Lincoln was one of them, as well as Elvis, who brought in a wave of something culturally. After a lifetime of LGBT activism, the woke mob turns on Bette Midler. She was a hocus pocus star, a witch. It's pretty easy for her to play one, isn't it? She has a blog. Oh, it was Barbara Streisand. I'm sorry. That was. Listen to this, dog. Did you know that? On Barbara Streisand's website, my God. Can we book Barbara to do my bar mitzvah? And he was allegedly homosexual. The Dimona nuclear facility in Israel. Yep. JFK wanted to look. Levi, you so goddamn smart, man. I love you. Yeah, I love that band. That artist. The artist is Adventure Zone. She's like electronic and emo and great synth. On the 12th of February, a young, poor, illiterate woman from Virginia gave birth to son, blah, blah, blah. I don't need... Here we go. That was by Rabbi Jeff Kahn, Temple Har Shalom. It's probably a pretty influential one if Bette Midler's going there. Anyways, P.S. Abraham Lincoln was Jewish. An extensive research paper from a professor in Rutgers who studied this topic extensively and found beyond any reasonable doubt that Abe Lincoln was Jewish. She has absolute proof from checking out his ancestry and going back to his hometown where she did years of work on this topic. Her research was complete and absolute. Her name is Professor Elizabeth Hirschman. Totally not biased, but yeah, I think he was. Lots of them. Oh, how about popes? Is the Pope Catholic? Is a joke? No. Oftentimes, they were freaking Jewish. And guess what? Arguably, 4 Jewish popes. More, my guy. That's a whole thing. Well, why is that so hard to believe? Because the first Pope, Peter, which was, I don't even think existed, or if it was the top of the PSYOP. The first Pope Peter, of course, was of Jewish descent. There was a infiltrate. The whole story of Joseph in Egypt was about one infiltrating the pharaonic dynasty and taking it over, and then hoarding up all the grain and starving out like the people. Almost 1,000 years later, the first cardinal acknowledged Jewish descent, and Anacletus II was an elected pope in 1130. Anacletus II, Pure Leon, was great grandson of a Roman Jew. Lots of these Italian Jews were from these families of the families that produced the most popes, all Italian Jewish descent. Yeah, so that's something to look into. And why not? Why wouldn't it be such? We have the Saint Ignatius Loyola, the Jesuits, crypto Jews called Morenos. I'm gonna get this. I don't want this channel to get banned. You can't say the J word. It's so fucked up. They've got us. The majority of the slave traders. Just came across a video today expressing just that. Montel. Look at this guy speaking truth to it on Montel.
Because Germany so far has given $200 billion, so it's big business.
$1 Germany has given for the events of the Schmalkalpahust, which look at its elite ones who are more than willing to sacrifice the lower level ones. Yeah, and the Pope wears a kippah.
Some of you are still getting $1,000 a month, and a lot of people don't know this. And then people don't realize who brought the slaves to America. They were Jewish ships.
Shut it down.
Wait a minute, that's a whole nother thing. Let's take a break, because the issue that we're talking about today is whether or not there was a Holocaust. We'll talk about slavery and who brought them here later. We'll be back up this. I'm not going to let you go now.
My guy in the overalls. Listen to this person laughing in the background.
The Holocaust is big business because Germany is...
The Holocaust, which means a burnt offering. What kind of God would... Who would call that... They're calling it a human sacrifice.
So far has given the Jews, I think, at least $200 billion. So it's big business. Some of you are still getting $1,000 a month. And a lot of people don't know this. And then people don't realize who brought the slaves to America. They were Jewish ships.
Shut it down.
Wait a minute, that's a whole nother thing. Let's take a break, because the issue that we're talking about today is whether or not there was a Holocaust. We'll talk about slavery and who brought...
Damn, they even had a show on whether or not there was a Holocaust. How about Bolshevik uprising in Russia that killed tens of millions of goyim, so we don't have a fucking memorial and museum in every city remembering that now, do we? I'm just blackpilling myself tonight. I just felt like blackpilling myself. Oh, what's happening? Adam posted. Nick Adams. Outside of Jesus dying for our sins, Donald J. Trump is the single greatest gift to all citizens of the world. Oh my God. Yeah, there was a lightning strike over near the White House. 3 people died. Biden says today gas prices are now down by more than 90 cents a gallon. That's over 7 straight weeks of prices declining. Well, we're all good. Oh, man. Here's a James Madison quote. The purpose of separation of church and state is to keep forever from these shores the ceaseless strife that has soaked the soil of Europe in blood for centuries. Yeah. Do you think... Oh, I heard behind the frickin' what killed so many of the goy, of white Europeaners, the Crusades. It's just Ishmael fighting against Esau, so that Jacob inherits the birthright, namely ruling over the whole fucking world. There's this girl on here who I'm friends with who is against eating meat. You know, I can't even blame her. Oh, Barbara Specter, this lady is fucking sinister. Here she is. I never saw this before. Israel is a tiny nation with only 8 million people. We can't take too many immigrants. Only the ones that we claim, since we depend too much on aid as it is. Yeah, well, they do get too much aid from America. P.S. They're not nearly in a fraction of the debt that we are. and we send them billions of dollars every year, and it's never enough either. Now, if you were to say that these people are behind the influx of immigrants into mostly white countries, that is anti-Semitic, well, let's listen to Barbara Specter. I think there's a resurgence of anti-Semitism. Something that they welcome and feed off of. Because at this point in time, Europe has not yet learned how to be multicultural. And I think we are going to be part of the throes of that transformation, which must take place. Europe is not going to be a monolithic society that they once were in the last century. Jews are going to be at the center of that. It's a huge transformation for Europe to make. They are now going into a multicultural mode. And Jews will be resented because of our leading role. But without that leading role and without that transformation, Europe will not survive. Europe will not survive when you have an influx of foreigners. Especially how they're doing it in America when they're just doing it illegally. I mean, this nation is a nation of mostly immigrants. But most of us came in here legally documented and not with the intention on wiping out an ethnic race. I'm not racist. I like to be proud of my heritage and culture and get to learn it and share it. But I wouldn't be so protective of my culture and heritage if I didn't know that it was part of an ideology that wants to wipe it out, blot out the memory of Amalek from the face of the fucking earth. The very goal of the God of the Bible and his people is to do just that, Gentile. We need to wake up out of worshiping a fucking God who wants us blotted the fuck out. Holy shit. I need another fucking cigarette. Maybe that's why I don't do these things too much. You know what? This is therapeutic. The truth is bitter. I know. It's funny. I'm a Scorpio, and we're known for like bitter things. And we're also known for like the truth, no matter how much it hurts. We want to know. Eli Brown, what's up? Welcome to the chat, bro. Good to have people on here. So that's great and all, but then you put in this image right here of the hand rubbing. And now that's like stereotypical anti-Semitism, and it just helps them. Let's see what Trump's talking about.
And critical dependence on China and other foreign nations by bringing our supply chains, factories, and critical industries back home where they belong, like it used to be. Back to the future, back to the future. To be a strong nation, America must be a manufacturing nation, and we would dependence on China.
Back to the future. That is interesting. I have a friend who loves Trump. I deal with him. Waiter dropped our $16,000 bottle of wine. Damn. First of all, what the fuck are you doing buying a $16,000 bottle of wine? You deserve to have it not just dropped, but fucking cracked over your fucking head. Sorry. This is what a $5 million mistake looks like. Oh, NASA. These idiots. We just pump. They're so Masonic. NASA. Alright, enough of looking at other people's shit. What fire post did I come up with today? I'm always posting some hot fire. Get my homepage, Twitter. Yeah. I don't even know how to look at my own shit. Saturn. Yeah, I posted that. Here's Haaretz. How the Jays invented the goy. Doing good, Eli. Thank you, brother. Thanks for stopping in. To Israeli. Here's the title of it. How the Jews invented the goy. Damn. I'm gonna put it out there like that. When the prophet Amos, blah, blah, blah. Oh no, they want me to subscribe. Anyways, in it says, quote, upon some peoples, God looks on with affection, others not. Unquote. And that's the God of the Bible is a bigoted, racist piece of fictional crap. Wake up, go yeem. Obviously, how the Jays invented the goy. We should also give them an article that says how the Jays invented Jesus. 8 p.m. 18 there in South Dakota. You should be careful giving your where you live. They're gonna come find you. Here's Jonathan Greenblatt posted. Disturbing, but not surprising to see, at If Not Now, pushing this disgusting cartoon, demonizing at AIPAC, and falsely equating Israel supporters with those behind the Jan 6th insurrection, which we have documented were busloads of synagogue and shuls brought into the place, blowing of the shofar, the one of the guys with the shield and the beaver skins dressed up like Esau was the son of a very prominent Jewish judge in New York. We should be coming together to kill the Goyim, not stoking the flames of hashtag anti-no-Semitism, anti-Zionism, and hate. Here he is equating anti-Semitism with anti-Zionism. And look at this picture, paid for by AIPAC. How do you do, fellow Democrats? Like you, I support strengthening Israel, burning down Congress, and ending elections in America. Wearing a camp watch. Yeah. You see, I'm surprised he posted that. It's too on point. Okay. Religion has a role at Economic Forum. Guess which religion? Now, here's something many people don't know, but should have been obvious from the get-go. Klaus. Why is this happening to us? Oh, and they just had a gathering at some great forum where they're all gathered to discuss, like, not CPAC or AIPAC, something humongous, where there was a bunch of elites gathering together, and then to discuss the dangers of conspiracy theories, talking about elites getting together, making plans to rule the fucking world. Yeah, that's really dangerous to you gathering together, fuckers. Anyways, guess the early background check on Klaus fucking Schwab, my friends. Every single goddamn time. And actually, this might be too. Ooh. Dudes, Leben, Frankfurt, Family Schwab, Friedrich into Blam, Klaus Schwab, Times of Israel. Historic Shabbat dinner at the World Economic Forum. Chief Davos rabbis there. Professor Klaus Schwab. WEF's Klaus Schwab is, you guessed it, checking if the site is secure. There you go. Oh, this might not be. Is it really called J World Order? And they were lighting. He was with Rabbi Schneer and other rabbis at Ground fucking Zero. Pieces of shit. 32nd annual meeting. Oh, Masonic. I wonder where the 33rd one was held. Dr. Klaus Martin Schwab, president of the WEF, in 2020 put forward his A Great Reset plan. Like, COVID-19 hit, and then like his book was published like next week. How fortuitous. Let's see. Well, this website is obviously stupid, antichrist, and then using stuff like this. But naturally, a biography of the Klaus Schwab grew. Okay. Yeah, they really did, because I had to dig a little bit to find it, but we're live, and it follows from it that his father is Fred Schwab, his mother was Marianne Schwab, father was Louis Rothschild. No way. A banker. Most of the materials belong to Klaus Schwab. Oh my God, he's related to the Rothschilds, this says, and I wouldn't doubt it. You don't get to a position of this like that. Klaus never mentions his father's name. Schwab. Hang in there, hang in there. Heat pumps up. Heat aircraft. Esker Weiss was the Eugene Schwab before and during World War II. The company was under the special patronage of Uncle H, not my fucking uncle, useful dupe, Hitler, due to its importance in the military-industrial complex. So there you go, my friends. And is it any surprise? This will be needed to look into further, but there's something probably there. Although I can't believe this website is even up with a name like this. I can't imagine it's actually a thing. Alex Jones court case, perfect timing. Yep. Trump's connection with the Rothschilds, besides his daughter marrying into the Kushner's family. You know, one day I'm gonna come and save Ivanka. Her and I were born in the same hospital on the same day, and I have a pretty high-key crush about her. And I made a funny image just to show it. I don't have it anywhere. This is embarrassing. So here she is. And there we are. Sorry, Kushner. I stole Queen Esther from you. This is me doing magic. Okay. Alright, Jared. Yeah, he's a total Chabad Lubavitcher. I'm sure with links to the Rothschilds. Gotta be. Yeah, we need to dig deeper into Schwab. I will when I have the time. I had an article, I just don't have it pulled up. Let's see what Fox News is doing. I just like to go back and forth and see what kind of propaganda they're pushing on us. It's always helpful. My internet connection a little oh, because I'm running this program at the same time. Sanders comes out swinging against Dem spending bill. Says it will not reduce inflation. Whoa. And guess... You think Bernie Sanders is all for the cause and a hero? Or at least maybe one of the least of the worst of the leftists? Okay. Bernie Sanders yelling at anti-Israeli Palestinian in a school cafeteria. He calls the Israeli-Palestinian conflict unsustainable. Oh, great. Treating Palestinians with respect and dignity does not make me anti-Israel. Yeah, you can't run on that. I think they just purged it. Oh, shit. Well... Just look it up yourself. Seems as if it's been squashed. More Israeli airstrikes kill Palestinian militant and civilians in Gaza Strip. Yeah. Fuckers. And we're just supporting it. Lots of dead time, dead air. I'm gonna have to get better at doing these things. Sorry. I have a face that's not, and a voice. I have a face that's not good for video, and a voice that's not good for radio. But I gotta keep doing it. This whole Zawahiri thing is such bullshit. Where's his body? Well, how do we know it's such bullshit propaganda? It's so fucking forced and fake. Fuck. So fucked. Alright, my loves. I love you so much, guys. Thank you for tuning in to Wake Movement. Keep on doing these things. No matter how poor I am at it, I'm sure I'll get better with time. I never look into the camera. That's a mistake, because I have screens I'm looking at, but no, I'm looking into... You're funny. Oh, Eli, thank you, my man. I appreciate you, bud. It's not easy out here. So I do try to bring some humor to things, because it gets so fucking blackpilling. It gets so depressing. Where instead of just one glass of wine a night, I'll drink fucking 2 bottles if I don't go crazy. I'm gonna play some music. You know what? I'm gonna go fill up another glass of wine as I'm coming back. Here's some music in the meanwhile from my new favorite I'm looking deep into your eyes. Wow. Into your soul. Yeah, that's one thing that Adam and I differ on is I believe in a spirituality and in the possibility of a soul that perhaps goes on beyond this physical existence. And just because we don't agree on that doesn't mean that I trash him or disregard everything he says. Same with Christopher John Bjorkness. Some of the stuff he says I do not agree with, but some of the stuff he says I do agree with. And that pretty much goes with a lot of people. Although there are a lot of people who I just don't agree with shit they say. Man is a spiritual being. Yeah, I heard it said that we're like a spiritual being in a human outfit. Oh, I'd like to introduce you to this guy. Christendom. He's put out some great work. His name is Charles something. This guy is Human Sacrifice in the Bible. He's got some great stuff. 4 elements in the Bible: reincarnation, Hebrew plagiarism of the English language, the Council on National Policy, Schofield. He does a great job of 9/11, flight cancellations, the Flight 85 that many people don't even know about, post 9/11 looting, predictive programming, 3 videos on it. The so-called 20th hijacker of 9/11 was a total bullshit. He talks in the actual collapse of the towers. The Aleister Crowley 9/11 factor, especially the numerology. 9/11, the cult factor, which I've done videos on, and he did a good one. So does Mark Passio. The Apollo hoax, Masonry in NASA, which I talked about earlier. And then he has a Odyssey channel called Truth Hurts Radio. And it's Hertz as in Hertz. And he is killing it. Truth Hurts Radio. Historical quotes about Zionists.
All right, everybody, welcome to part 1 of this discussion on historic quotes about Jews. We've already looked at some very damning Zionist Jew quotes from...
There's a reason why it's on Odyssey. There's Aleister Crowley was a piece of shit. Knowledgeable about the occult stuff, and then just uses it for total harm. He wrote out a ritual on human sacrifice and saying that the younger and more pure virgin that they are, that the more power a ritual has. That might even be true, just to show the kind of fucked up place that we're in. I guess if we have free will here, so shit could go wrong. Well, it seems like shit has gone fucking wrong. Wrongity wrong. Yo, what's up with this guy's face?
Zionist Jews themselves admitting that they're absolute criminals, absolute psychopaths, and that they're bent on world domination. But to really put this in perspective, we need to look back at the historical record, at significant personages from history who have observed this very type of behavior from this cast of characters, the elitist, supremacist, Zionist Jews, who have always had this mentality of superiority, of supremacism, that they're better than everyone else. They were put here by, quote, God, to rule everyone else, to be served by everyone else. And essentially that
they will bow down
do no
before
wrong.
you and lick
Wrongs
the
are
dust
only
off your
defined
boots.
as bad things done to them, but they can do whatever they want to anyone else.
I implore you to go through this on your own.
The hidden hand behind the scenes. You, Sir Moneylender, why?
For the sake of not getting this channel banned, I'll just it's my shirt. Yep. Let's see what else is going on with Fox besides Bernie, who's Dog, these people that they interview on Fox and CNN are all... I looked at this one guy today who they interviewed. They are all General Keane. Yep. Jack Keane. So they interviewed this guy, and his response to the Taiwan conflict with Japan was that we need to send Taiwan this many missiles and that many things, and we need to get them prepared and support them. Well, he was a chairman of the Institute of the Study of War, started by Kimberly Kagan, a think tank, produced reports on the Syrian war. It currently operates as a non-profit organization supported by contributions from General Dynamics, DynCorp, and Raytheon. So don't you think they're gonna want to fucking have more fucking war? Their reception doesn't say their criticisms. This lady, Elizabeth Obegi, was fired after she said she had a doctorate from Georgetown, but she didn't. She was in affiliation with the Syrian Emergency Task Force, a U.S.-based group advocating the armed overthrow of the government of Syria. Yeah, so you think she might have fucking conflicts? Fucking crazy, man. Anyway, so let's go back. Programs. See, also the U.S. Holocaust Museum. Interesting. So, let's go back. Some critics have described the International Study of War Institute as a hawkish Washington group. You think so? Favoring an aggressive foreign policy. You think so? And it called it neoconservative. Bunch of fucking neocons. You think so? Motherfuckers. Middle East security. Yeah, who are they looking to secure? Oh, so this motherfucking general, Jack Keane, who is keen to always be featured on Fox News as a analyst. retired American Armed Force. He saved he went to Fordham. I think he's Catholic. He saved the life of David Petraeus during a live fire exercise. Petraeus was shot accidentally, standing right next to him. There's the height of our... Oh my god. Yeah, so... Occupation Iraq, Bush, current activities, AM General, an American heavy vehicle and it produces the Hum fucking V. No wonder why this motherfucker's pushing for us to send fucking shit. And the co-founder of IP3 International, a nuclear fucking company to transfer technology from the U.S. to Saudi Arabia. Spirit of America. A non-governmental and non-profit organization that works alongside American military personnel. According to staff reports, Trump aides such as Kushner have been engaged in promoting IP3's plan, transfer nuclear tech from U.S. to Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia, who 15 out of the 19 so-called hijackers were even Saudi Arabian. Alright guys, we're getting tired. Total War Hawk lobbying for weapons manufacturers. Getting featured on Fox News. And then they have the same ones on CNN. Alright, y'all. I love you so much. We're checking out. Tune in to the next stream. Outro music. Cue on 1, 2, and 3. Abe Lincoln, though. Whatever. We don't let this shit get us down. We still out here doing it. We can't let this, the truth, no matter where it leads us, we go. We can't let it take away our joy and our happiness. Thank you, Levi. The tribe of Levi, a nation of priests.